All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the channel for another You Asked. And I am going to answer. And today it's about changes. Changes last minute on set when someone says they're not happy. And although I am not qualified to answer the vast majority of the questions that I attempt to answer here on these specific episodes, people not being happy with my work, I am very familiar with this topic, and that's why I am an expert. I think you're going to enjoy this episode. But before we get there, let me remind you that if you actually want to become a cinematographer who has some sort of knowledge in the space and can fast forward their career, how do I know that? Because this would have helped me tremendously, and somehow I managed to have a career. You can do that by accessing Patreon. Link in the description below. It is where I put the entire back catalog, all the podcasts, all the videos. Each and every week, you get a specific video that is hopefully designed to make you a better cinematographer. It's just like YouTube, only I think about what I'm going to say before I record those videos. You can find the link in the description below. I could not do any of this without you. There's also a Discord community. There's lots and lots of stuff over there if you want to become a better cinematographer. Okay, so that being said, let's get into this week's question. All right, now this one comes from Alexis7899. Patrick, related. After the camera is set and the set is lit, when the director starts rehearsing or straight up shooting, how common is it for them to say the shot isn't working visually? When this happens, where do you start to tweak if they don't offer up a solution? Camera placement? Camera movement? Lens choice? I'm guessing you don't touch the lighting, given how much more time-consuming and problematic it can become. Well, you would guess wrong. Let me walk through the scenario, real life. How common is it for these things to happen? If it does happen, usually it's a giant screw up on someone's part in the pre-production process. Like very rarely would you go to a stage in a commercial where you're talking about, normally I've been on a location scout with a director, producer, locations person. We've seen it. We've shot the entire thing, or at least ideas of what we're going to shoot with Artemis on the day, on that location scout. Then we get there for the tech scout, and we're talking about the exact placements for lights, for level, for look, all of those things, all of the decisions that I'm making before I get to the tech scout. I'm running by the director to say, hey, this is the look that it's going to be, or the director's telling me or sending me references. There's so many steps before this. As you get higher up in the commercial production level, all of this stuff is easier to do before you get there on the day, because these fixes can be so expensive. They can be so expensive because you have 30 people around on set waiting for you to change the lights or to change the movement or to move the dolly track. It's like these things, you might get 1 or 2 of these a day. If this is happening constantly, so much money will be flushed down the toilet that you will be removed from the job. Not as in maybe you don't get fired from set that day, but it's like that whole team won't work together, because it's not just a you thing, it's a team thing. It's like if the director cannot explain to the cinematographer exactly what they want from a look and feel, and the cinematographer can't translate it, those people don't work well together, and the project's not going to be great, and it's going to take too long. You're going to finish way over, and nobody's going to be happy, and you're going to lose. So it doesn't happen all the time. Does it happen that sometimes people will not be vibing exactly what you've created? Yes, it does. And my thing is, I am here for one reason. I'm trying to make the vision that is in the director's head come to life. I have my own thought process for what I think is going to be the best. So the balance is I offer up what I think is going to be the best of whatever the vision is that you've created for me. It's like you design the sandbox, or you set the dimensions, and inside that sandbox, I build the best thing that I can. I don't offer it up until I think this is ready to go. If there are like certain questions around framing size or lenses or camera movement or something, I want that done as early as possible even if I'm on set on the day, I want it as soon as we can get it. So let's see a stand-in in the spot, and let's see a stand-in do the move while the talent's getting ready or getting mic'd up or something. I want that done very, very quickly, because I know as we get closer and closer and closer, the pressure rises exponentially, right? It's not linear. It's exponential as we get closer and closer to shooting. And as a cinematographer, to actually tweak the thing, you can set everything up. Like you can have all the instruments in place for the orchestra. But if you're the conductor of that orchestra, the pressure starts right when you're about to go, right when everyone has gotten dressed up, they've all got fancied up, and now they're going to come to see the show. And the pressure rises right when you're about to go there, and that's when your job actually starts. And I know for the cinematographer, I've got those little 7 minutes when everyone's standing at the lights, the grip is standing at the dolly, the focus puller is back from the snacks table and is actually looking at the monitor and is actually focusing on where we want them to focus. It's like all of these things only come together at the last second. I don't want anybody saying, I don't like it right at the end. That is not a good look for production. It's not a good look for me or for the director. And so I'm constantly trying to make them look as good as possible. It's like, this is something, hopefully the directors out there know this. Everyone is there. Unless you're a complete D-bag, everyone is trying to do their best to make your thing not suck for a whole host of reasons. Number one, it's their job and people take pride in doing good work. Number two, if the job doesn't suck, if it turns out good, guess what's going to happen? That person gets more work. If they're nice, they employ the same people that they employed the last time. And everyone feels good and they're happy and they're proud of their work and they can go home and sleep well at night. Okay, that's the goal that you are constantly shooting for. So where do I go to first? I'm going to say, well, there can only be so many things that you're not happy with. Which element are you not happy with? As soon as we can hone in on, I don't like the feel. If it's like aesthetically, you don't like the entire feel of the shot in terms of lighting. Is it too light? Is it too dark? It's like, I'm going to ask you very specific binary questions. And we're going to go down this tree, almost like a computer program of, is it this? No. Is it that? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? Yes. Yes. And you just go down and down and down. Oh, bang. That's it. Okay, let's tweak that. Is that any better? No, it's not any better. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to do that as fast as humanly possible. I'm going to start with the things that are the least amount of friction, right? I'm going to offer up, like you say, lens changes are probably going to be first. Brightness on monitors is going to be second. Exposure, normally the feedback is going to be, man, Patrick, I love how this looks, but they're concerned about the levels. They're concerned about X, Y, or Z. And they, meaning the client and agency tent or the producer that's in there with them, is constantly giving feedback of like, oh, can we have, I don't know, a different shirt on or a different color vase in the background, something like that. So if that is the case, it's like, okay, well, now we just need a solution. We need a solution as fast as possible for, can we just brighten the monitor? Do we expose up a little bit? Do we change those things? Are you happy? Do you want me to, like, is it my time to, fall on a sword to make it seem like this is my choice and not yours? Like, if you have a good relationship with a director, sometimes it's like, ooh, I'll say that this was mine. And I think I can go in there and talk to him, or I can make a bunch of loud noises, or I can break something if you want and buy us some time. Like, I can do any of those things. Why? I'm on your side. You're on everybody's side, but the director gets you the job. The producers get you the job. The client and the agency, they don't get you the job. It's like, I'm trying to help them as much as I can all of the time. So if they say they don't like anything, I take it very seriously and I try to rectify it as fast as I can. It's specific to, well, there's certain types of jobs or actions. But before I talk about that, let's talk about the sponsor of this video. Guess who it is? It's Audiio. Audiio has a great music catalog. They know a lot about audio. I don't. They know a lot about music. I don't. So if you want projects with good music, guess you can get it from Audiio. Have I memorized any of this? I have not. So what we're going to do is you get lifetime music. That is the deal that we were talking about today. You pay once and you get access to Audiio's entire music catalog for life. For life. And that includes unlimited downloads. I don't even know how that's possible. Unlimited downloads for personal and client projects? You're thinking, that's unreal, Patrick. That can't be true. And I'll say, well, you're sort of right, because it's for clients that have under 100 employees. So there's that. You get all future music releases included. So you own the catalog forever, even if they make it way better, which you have to assume that they will, because they've made it the best so far. So why wouldn't they just keep building on that? There's no recurring fees. There's no renewals. You get curated high quality music made by real artists. So if you don't like, or if you have recurring subscription fatigue, like many of us do, this seems like the offer for you. So you get $300 off lifetime music, which means you only pay $199. The link is in the description below. At checkout, you use the discount code. Guess what it is? It's WanderingDP199. You see what I did there? That's the price you pay. Discount's $300. That's pretty cool. Also, this is limited time, and we normally don't offer these lifetime add-ons publicly, but we're going to do it today. Right? If you purchase the lifetime music, you can also unlock other offers, one of them being lifetime sound effects. So you get $50 off of that if you use the code WanderingDPSFX. So huge catalog of professional sound effects, $149 if you use the discount code. Basically, you're crushing it with this deal. And they probably know it, so I would get onto this deal before they realize that, that this is going to be very difficult to make work forever because people are living much longer now. You get unlimited downloads and access to all future music releases, plus the entire music catalog for life. Audiio. Give it a look. Okay, now, what I was talking about was how you deal with feedback on set. And you deal with feedback on set as fast as you can, as many different ways as you can, in the nicest, most constructive and cheerful manner that you can, taking blame all the way. I'm trying to say, yeah, this is our fault. I'm constantly blaming the sound person for them taking longer. And I do it in a joking way all of the time. And I do that very specifically. People think, oh, you're not being nice to the sound person when you constantly make fun of them, that every time they stop, and, you know, because they're going to like have to adjust a mic in between takes or something, it's going to take a little bit longer. They're going to have to mic somebody up. There's going to be sound issues. We're going to have to pause while the helicopter goes off or something. It's like, I'm constantly bringing that stuff up. Why? So that I can bank up that sarcasm. I can bank those points in my back pocket. And then when we actually have a problem that I need to stall for, I can blame the sound guy. I can ask the talent to just rip off the lav mic and like throw it in the corner. And then we actually have a break where it doesn't look like everyone is standing around. Because you want to know how to make a set very uncomfortable very quickly is have everyone stand around while you fix something that nobody knew was a problem anyway. You do not want to be standing around and fixing something that only one person can fix. It's like if the lighting person has to travel up to the lamp and like tweak the output level with their hand or something, not the iPad. They've got to like twist it and they need a ladder for that. And everyone else has to stand around while they're waiting for the take. That's bad, right? You're drawing attention to this whole big thing and everyone's standing around and money is just swirling down the gurgler, right? You do not want that. You want, how can I mask this? And how can I pretend in a cheerful and constructive manner that this is someone else's fault and that I can fix it for them? All right, we're going to go out of our way. I didn't want to do it, but I'll fix it. Like I'll go up to that lamp. I'll be like, oh, we need to take it down. Or, the Video Village person didn't know how to set the settings on the monitor. Let's just fix that for a second. And meanwhile, I'm fixing the lights or I'm trying to fix the dolly or something like that. Or another good one, which is one we use all the time, is wireless. Like wireless out of the camera is such an easy go-to thing to blame and to have to reset if you want to fix something on set. Like if it's major and it's lighting, you do that before the very first wide. I'm talking about like, I don't know, if you're in for like a mid shot after the wides and something's not working in the background or a little bit of level and you know that you're pressed for time, especially if I'm operating the camera, I'll just flick off the wireless and I'll be like, oh, you look around like, oh no, wireless down. Like, come on. Like we got to get on this stuff. This is crazy. Where did we get this wireless from? This has been happening all day. In the meantime, you're like, you flip down the comms and you're like, okay, in the background, let's fix that lamp. Get on it quick. And then the second AC rushes over and it's like you've pulled out a plug and they look at you like, what's this? And you just, shh. Okay, plug it back in. You're like, oh, it works. So where do I start? Hard to say, but I would say always and everywhere I am angling to do whatever the director wants. As much as possible, even if I think it's a horrendous idea. Now, if I'm close with the director, I'll say, I think that's a horrible idea. This is why we should change it. But normally you can tell, right? Like you're a person. If you're in a room with another person having a conversation face to face, you can tell when they actually are serious about something and when they're not, or when it actually matters to them and when they're just sort of thinking it through. And a lot of times on set, directors are just thinking out loud because if you have 1,000 decisions to make on shoot day, they have 10,000. So any burden that you can bear, any amount that you can take on board and just like present them with the finished product where they don't have to make any choices and it doesn't look like shit, you're going to win. That's going to be beneficial to them. And that's what you're trying to do. Constantly solve problems and make everyone's life easier. That's how you're valuable. That's the problem that you solve for directors and producers. Okay. Hope that helps. Many thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.